Okay, give me a second to get this set up. I came over here to the pyramid to check out stuff, and I definitely need some lighting over here. I'm working on it. So bear with me. Go ahead and drop your name if you're gonna want a card. You can go ahead and share this video. If you're not catching me live, because I get a lot of replay action, you can still share it for a chance to win a third eye activation. So I'm going to go ahead and do cards and a little bit of an energy report. I did go live one time before, but my phone completely died really fast. So this will be my first live. I was over here checking out the lighting and electrical situations so I can kind of bring all my stuff over here. And I'm really excited about it. This is, I've been kind of seeing a lot of things play out that the universe has been preparing me for a while. I want to do a lot of talking about the collective though and where the energy's at today with these kind of shifts everyone's going through. Give me one more second. So go ahead and share this feed, drop your name. We just had a moon, but you're still kind of feeling the remnants of that because a lot of emotions were coming to the surface for everyone, for the collective. Like my friend, I just met her and she said she was having a really emotional time, and I noticed, I felt like with the moon energy, but I handle moon energies really good. I felt like I was the only one, I'm here, I'm amazing, how are you guys doing? And everyone was just kind of withdrawn, having a rough time, more than usual, in an emotional type of way. And I saw that it was really quiet, people were withdrawing. And we're about to see a huge shift. I did a video yesterday about it, how we're actually ending our actual year if we didn't go by our calendar system, which just kind of enslaves us. And we're gonna start a new energy now. So a lot of people are seeing things come to an end, things like that. And if you're seeing those kind of endings, we can't have new beginnings. I'm constantly telling you guys this. Everyone wants the new job, the new relationship, new stuff without getting rid of the old first. We have to create space in our lives. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have any friends, I don't have this. Look at that, you have space to create what you really want. Because I've been through these kind of shifts many, many times, early in my awakening and now, and I'm completely creating space in my life. And a lot of people are hanging on and creating suffering. Let's see who we have here. Beverly or Dot? Yeah, go ahead and share this feed. I couldn't. I feel like I've been having electrical device problems since I got here. I went through a couple devices. I don't know. I've been blowing out chargers. It's really dark in here. I'm trying to find the plugins. So go ahead and share this for me. It makes it really hard on live feed, but I'm working with some amazing energy, and I'm really glad I moved because it took me a minute to realize I should probably be closer to the ley lines for the type of healing work I'm doing. And that the energy is a lot better for me to harness on this side of the country. So Beverly, you're working on your throat chakra, and it's really funny because that really correlates with our sacrals. And I just did a post talking about how everyone should be focused on their sacral chakra this week with this energy and how things are shifting, and we're about to go from water to fire drastically. So we should be working on that creative kind of center. But work on your throat chakra. We block ourselves and our throat chakra by not speaking our truth. And it can be really hard to go against the grain. Right now I'm going against the grain really massively. I'm going against what others expect of me and what others want of me at this point in time. But that can be really liberating. But I personally have reached a point where I don't care what anyone thinks anymore, and I can just kind of speak my truth. Your truth is meant to inspire the people on your path always. So speak your truth, work on your throat chakra. Amanda Marie Welsh. It's a little too dark for me to focus and go live in here. I'm always all about the light. That's why I get up during certain hours. So it's hard for me to focus, but I'm working on getting lighting. Bear with me. Amanda, we are moving on from a lot of things right now, and people are not realizing while they're waking up to go back to sleep and to work in these same jobs and the same lives that they had when they first awoke, that things are going to shift. We're all kind of like in the cocoon. I know everyone thinks they're awake. I don't know, I probably have to do a whole video on this. There are so many ego trap programs in the spiritual communities where I'm awake, I'm going to wake people up, or the twin flame stuff and all this kind of stuff. I just look at it now like ego programming. And we are not awake. If you were awake, you would have your memories back and you would have all of the knowledge of who you are. We are awakening, and it's a really long, kind of crazy spiritual process. And you can make things a lot easier on yourself by letting go of toxic people, toxic situations, toxic behaviors, things like that. Do an inventory and start to subtract things from your life. So we have to simplify. I can't begin to tell you the amount of people running around and doing these lives that they're dissatisfied at, not having a break or time to stop or time for themselves. You're not going to find satisfaction by adding more things to your life. You're going to have to start to simplify things. Christy McNutty. Don't make any big decisions right now. I told you guys this. People should be paying attention to the things I say because I always come at you far in advance. Like I'm already talking to you about energy that's going to hit you in 3 weeks right now. I told you guys probably a month and a half ago that you guys might want to not add too much stuff to your schedule this year because we're going through a spiritual ascension, and it might seem like we're not doing a lot on an external level, but internally your entire body is changing. So you need more time, you need more rest a lot, more food, things like that, more self-care. Don't make any huge decisions right now. Everyone should be resting this week completely because we're going to go into a full moon storm next week. So everyone should be taking this week to rest and to recharge. Donna Lewis, you're working on your solar plexus, and that really fits this kind of empath theme. We take on a lot of lower energies on a daily basis. I use Facebook as a way to exchange powerful energies on a daily basis. Because whether you guys realize it or not, everything is an exchange of energy. Just even a simple conversation at the grocery store, this feed is a powerful exchange of energy. So we're taking on a lot of lower energies. So for me, I have to be really careful that I'm clearing my energy. The ways I like to do that will be like salt baths, nature, meditation, and there's lots of forms of meditation you can do. Marianne House, you're here for wisdom. And I love the people that think you're going to become enlightened from watching my feed or watching a 10-minute video or reading an article on Google. Because those are the things I don't do for the wisdom that I attain. The best way if you're looking for true spiritual knowledge is to purify yourself, purify your energy, and to tune in through meditation. So a lot of people will like watch spiritual videos and movies, and when I have free time, I'm more into using it towards meditation. You're going to find that wisdom. You actually came here with everything you need by activating your DNA. And I guess I'll like throw this in there because I have to at some point. The link to our site is above. We do DNA activations, third eye activations, Reiki attunements, Akashic readings. So if you don't get a card today, I'm going to be here all day today and the rest of this week, probably at least the next few days, for Akashic readings. And to set anything up, you just purchase it on our site and I get right back to you. Let's see, Amanda Marie, you're suffering in silence. A lot of people feel that way. My friends are so depressing right now. So depressing. I already knew that. A lot of people might have even gone out drinking for the holiday, but it doesn't matter if you didn't because most of the collective did. So it's weighing down consciousness, and a lot of people that are very spiritual are going to be feeling these heavy emotions right now. Anything that I do, any action I do will deeply impact you and affect you. So if I go out drinking, it's going to have effects on your energy and your body. We're really deeply connected. So these kind of holidays just kind of weigh down consciousness. And a lot of the people that are very empathic and are tuned in are feeling this collective energy right now. That's why even though I did not want to, I had to make myself do a live to try to help lift these energies for the people around me. Because a lot of people are feeling emotional still. Maybe you went through fighting, purging, things like that, and it's just kind of the aftermath people are dealing with and feeling. Okanza Marie, Triumph. I want to talk about was because Aries, this is a really popular theme. Aries is really a warrior archetype. So we're about to see civil unrest, you know, like protests, things like that. And then the earth will respond and we'll see earthquakes and crazy weather. And we're about to go into a hell of a storm. And the thing is that if you were fighting against anything, even the things you don't like, you're really fighting with yourself. We don't go dismantle this stuff. We're actually going to go within and dismantle our programming. So you're really successful in everything you're doing. Just be mindful of that. As indigos, we always feel compelled that we can fight these systems, and that just always ends badly. Tammy Boyd. Let's see, partnerships and alliances. We are working on non-romantic relationships at the moment with this energy. I don't know, I'm drawing all very spiritual connections to me at this point, but I've done a lot of energetic work. It's all I do is work on purifying my energy. I also am very service of others, so I'm using that as a way to amplify my abilities that I do have. So really just keep on working on purifying yourself at this point in time, and as you do that, it will change all of the non-romantic or romantic relationships around you. Trisha, I know I saw you already. Trisha! I'm really messed up with my time zones. Like I'm getting up now like an hour later than I would have at home, but I was kind of on UK time. It sounds really weird because I like to do my work at a certain time of day before everyone's up. Like I like to kind of get in and get out when people don't even notice I'm around. And it's just kind of me, but I'm really adjusting to these time zones. So it's pretty amazing I'm catching you. You are working on your crown chakra, which I am working on this week too. I had some amazing oils for my crown chakra in my diffuser. I've been diffusing a lot of oils here and things like that, you know, just the norm. But really work on that crown chakra. Work on your connection with source. A lot of people are realizing, I had another student this morning, that maybe my relationship isn't what I thought it was. It may be energetically draining me. And the problem with energetic vampires is anyone who isn't connected to source or is disconnected in some type of way is going to be vamping on your energy. And we're powerful spiritual leaders, things like that. So it's not a surprise to me that a lot of people have crown chakra issues and are cut off from source at this point in time. The biggest way that people get cut off from source would be drugs, medications, things like that. That's why you see them everywhere right now. So now you have a lot of healing to do with your own connection with source. Because when we merge our energy with someone who is so disconnected from source, it has serious energetic effects on us. It will take you a while to heal now from that relationship. And you might not even be noticing it at first, but you should be noticing that those abilities your partner had were really yours. Every time they are taking your energy and feeding on it, you're giving them your power. And they're actually siphoning your abilities and your gifts. So you might think like even your partner's just so tuned in spiritually and amazing because they're feeding and living on your power. And it's actually going to take that away from you. So it will deplete any of your abilities as well. So it's very important that we're mindful of who we're merging our energy with. There is great power in sex with the right person, having your heart chakra is both open, and being in a state of love. That is why it's so distorted at this point. Cassie Barnes. Hi, Cassie. We're using our intuition. I can't begin to tell you how people will second guess you and tell you that you're wrong. So a lot of this journey is learning how to not listen to people. You have an amazing internal compass. You know your story and what you've been through and your experiences like no one else. There are things that you're going to know that people who are going to give you outside advice will just never know about you. So you need to really rely on your intuition. I always tell people it's like a muscle. The more that you use it, the stronger it will be. That's why my intuition is so insane. I'm using it 24/7. So just work on strengthening your intuition and work on your third eye. Gail Karma. Balance. You're working on balance. Sorry, I'm trying to hold my phone in the cards. You're working on balance. And that's like, I have a ton of Libra in my chart, so I have to have a lot of balance, tranquility, and serenity in my life. So how I do that is I'm always trying to create that in my own life. Work on balance. The best way that you can balance things in your life is to balance and regulate your energy. So for me, I take vitamins, I get good sleep, I take really good care of myself. I eat organic, vegetarian or vegan food, things like that. We know what we have to do. Start to better regulate your energy. And when you can do that, everything will just kind of come together in your life. People are spending time working on their jobs and this and trying to change people and this and that, when you could really just focus on yourself, change yourself energetically, and anything you want will magnet to you and align to you. Let's see. Tara L, purging big time. I feel amazing. I guess that maybe these moonstorms serve to show you how much internal work you still have to do. If you're coming ungrounded, if you're freaking out, if you're having a panic attack, if you're fighting with the people in your life, you have a lot of internal work to do. When I first started my ascension process, I was in a relationship and we used to argue a lot, I noticed, during the moons until I finished my own healing process. So it's going to serve as a reminder of what you have to deal with. These moons should be showing you what you have to work on. For me, they are amazing. I help all of you guys around me. I'm here to work all the time. I thrive on the energy. I like to harness it, send it out to people that need me, etc., etc. So I've done a lot of energetic work on myself, though, and I'm just really used to it. So pay attention to how you were feeling over the weekend. If you were having a rough time, you may need to do some energy work. Tara, this is a new beginning. So like I said, if stuff is crumbling around you, let it. We just try to hang on because we have these versions of where we're headed and where we're going to end up, but you're all wrong. Everyone's planning ahead like their 5-10 year plan, and I hate to tell you, that's not going to happen. All of your plans are not going to happen anyway. So I suggest going with the flow and realizing that this is not about you. This is about humanity and something bigger than all of us. And so our little individual plans are just not going to come into fruition. So for the good of humanity. Lakeisha Parker. I see number codes like all day long, but I'm very into math and science. Like I've always been like that. And it's pretty amazing. Those numbers serve to guide you. It's very similar to the dream world here, where the universe is always communicating with us through magic, synchronicity, symbols, things like that. And a lot of people are just not recognizing the signs. They've been there all around you your entire life, guiding you. And you're working on more patience. People have to have a lot of patience with me a lot of the time. I'm a Taurus, and I like to do things at my own pace. And I will do things at my own pace. So sometimes people need a lot of patience with me. And some of your teachers are serving to teach you patience as well. Work on having patience, especially with the Divine Masculine right now, because they're about to go through their own little shift, and we should be having more patience. People get in these ego traps where they think they're so enlightened, but we really need to have more patience with ourselves, because anyone you're not having patience with is actually something you're dealing with. Terry, oh my God, and you know what? You guys, a lot of you guys around me are in my manifestations like all the time. So I've been putting out crazy vibes because I just want you to get your mail and take a picture. And I'm really, really excited. So I have this new business ventures I'm working on. It's pretty amazing. So I've been putting out a lot of really good vibes for you all weekend. And things are happening rapidly. So for me, I like to withdraw. When things are picking up intensity, that tells me I need to ground more. I need to be a grounding force, so that I'm not kind of getting thrown around and feeling all crazy. If anyone was having a rough time during this energy shift, then it's because you needed to ground more. And as an earth sign, that's really what I do around a lot of you guys, is try to help ground you guys. Lisa Walker. This is the American Dream card, I call it. Foundation and achievements. Work on your root chakra, but also work on your relationships around you. Basically, I had crazy lessons at a really young age in this matrix. I just know that this mission is going to take me somewhere amazing, and that I'm only really just starting it out. And I went through really crazy lessons at a young age, like crazy near-death experiences, things like that. And I already knew as a child that the entire meaning of this matrix was just love. That's pretty much all that exists here. But when you die, it's all that will remain. So it's pretty much instrumental, and it's pretty much all I've ever cared about here. Focus more on love. Dan Atkinson. The universe is a big place, and we're all channels. And we all came here to channel and to guide and to assist on this planet. But what's going to make someone a better channel, like I'm a very good channel, I would consider myself. What's going to make me a good channel would be my vibrational frequency. But also, people get polarized very fast as channels around me. I see it all the time where I'm just like... And you get polarized if you're ever using your abilities in a service of self type of way, which is really easy to do, believe it or not. Like, it takes great ability. So people really get polarized. You have to be very careful with the type of questions you're asking or the type of information that you're asking for, or you can get polarized for the negative really fast. So it's really hard for us to, in the spiritual community, find service of self pure channels. But you can become one by raising your vibrational frequency and using your abilities for others. Shirley Willard. Heartache and loss. We're having a lot of... I was dealing with my friend, okay, and she's having like relationship problems now, but you know that had nothing to do with her current relationship. That was more past life stuff coming out that she had to heal and to purge. I was working with her heart chakra because she had so much past life stuff, and the relationship was just bringing it out of her. So we can have these crazy, intense feelings for people, but a lot of the time it has nothing to do with the now, and it has a lot to do with our past. A lot of my healing specializes in like shamanic soul retrieval and healing past timelines and things like that. But just know that that heartache that you're feeling, that's a past life issue. I would really recommend, when you can, our shamanic healing package. Ben Beeler. Abundance. I came here to do something different, and I am at ground zero, and I'm still happier than anyone else. Now, it's a lot harder than I ever thought it would be here, or the universe would have never got me here. You have to understand that about me. I would have never came here in the first place. But we have to remember we're right where we should be, and we need to start to use the connections around us more. I have all of these manifestations, and like I say, they involve a lot of the people around me. But we're going to be manifesting true abundance. Christy McNulty. Harmony. We're working on peace, love, and harmony always. You have to come into peace, love, and harmony with yourself before you can come into harmony with others. And let me talk to you about love. Until you can heal yourself, you're going to keep attracting broken partners that will never make you happy or fulfilled, because they're not meant to. They're meant for you to work on yourself and to repair whatever you feel is broken within. So a lot of these times people are just drawing the same type of guys, the same type of situations, and then they go look for someone else. That guy didn't work out, let me go on eHarmony and find someone else. And they get the same kind of partners all the time. You have to work on yourself and heal yourself. When you can emanate self-love, that's when you'll draw a complete partner, when you become whole. So work on yourself more, and then your dream partner will come find you. You don't go find them ever. Amanda Barker. And I don't even know if it's morning or afternoon. This room is like pitch black to me. It's a little cold. I'll be bringing some lighting and a lot of crystals to this space apparently. So Amanda, rejoice and celebrate. You guys should be proud you guys survived that storm. There were crazy storms in California where I live. Like, it's been like 20 degrees out all week with insane weather, insane storms. I saw twisters across the country. So with that kind of emotional purging, we're going to see tons of storms. So the earth has really been going through it too. My hope is that the frequencies will really start to raise today though and kind of go through the roof. But work on more harmony. Marsha Kelly, I've been making grids and putting my students in them because it's like meditation for me. I used to do that when I was a kid. I would really like grid a lot and play with crystals, and it's really good for me. It's been inner child healing for me, so it's kind of serving a dual purpose. We are not waiting for anything. I don't know what you're waiting for at all. And everyone's going to have to leave their cocoon soon. So I hope you're not getting too comfortable with your crystals and your things and everything that you're collecting in your own little worlds. Because we know that things were not working here at all. And that things couldn't go on like this. So I know a lot of people think it's just, oh, there's spiritual things on TV now and people are waking up. This is not what we're going to experience. So don't get too comfortable. Change is coming. Katie Curry. Recognition and reward. You guys are doing an amazing job and you're right where you should be. So you guys have to start being less hard on yourselves. Like if you had a friend that comes to you for advice, you would be like, oh, it's okay, it's not that bad. But with yourself, you're much too hard on yourselves. We need to work on more self-love. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the people in my life are always shifting and changing because my vibrational frequency is going to be continually changing and evolving. So the people that are drawn to me are continually changing and evolving, which I think is amazing now, but some people might be at a place where they don't like that. A lot of this journey you're going to do on your own, so you need to learn self-love because you're all that you really have here, and you're all you're going to leave here with. I know a lot of people are getting hung up on the things that they're buying, but you're not going to leave here with that. This is a school to work on yourselves. So I suggest you kind of use the time to do that. I'm going to get off of here in a second. I'm trying to think about anything to do. I did a Reiki class video bitching at all of my students. Basically, I couldn't get it to upload yet while I was here because the Wi-Fi is really slow, so as soon as I get home, I'll go ahead and upload it. But I feel that you're not doing enough work, the people around me. Not on your Ascension anyway. You're working on your jobs and your family and things around you and buying crystals and doing this and that. You're not putting enough time into yourselves. This is like the universe coming down on you. And it is very advisable that you shift focuses fast from everything around you you're working on back to yourself. Because all that you can take with you when we do leave to this new earth, because this isn't it. I stayed here to teach. I really could have left here at some point, and so can you guys if you work on yourselves. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of coming back every life like on a reincarnation trap. And I did liberate myself, but I came back to help. And a lot of you guys are on that reincarnation trap. I don't know how many lives you have to do here before you can realize that it's really simple and we can liberate ourselves and go to nicer places to learn. So I would just suggest that you guys put the focus back on yourselves. I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'll probably be live from the space like every day this week. I just have to work out some like electrical stuff and lighting. So I'll be back like live tomorrow. And if anyone didn't get a card, I'm here all day for Akashic readings. I can access future timelines, help you pick the better ones, help you shift timelines, access your past lives, anything that you pretty much want to know, you can ask me. So go ahead and help support my greater mission to relocate to another place where I can be of better assistance with humanity by checking our site out, maybe purchasing something, purchasing a reading. I don't really usually ask for a lot of support, but I've been asking like in all of my videos to please support what I am trying to do here. And it's something for our soul group and the greater good. I'm going to let you guys go on that note, but try to rest up this week. Eat more food. If you're eating meat, you may as well just kill yourself now. You're never leaving here. It will just keep you in their enslavement program because of the stuff that they're putting in the food. So I really suggest ditching the toxic food, working on yourself, switching to organic, more self-care, less working on everyone around you, and maybe investing in working in yourself at this point. I'm going to let you guys go on that note. Stay high vibe, love and light.